Okay, fellow Riblets, let's see if we have it now. If any of you can hear me, let me know. Can anyone hear me? Hmm. Ah, there you guys are. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, Alexis. How you doing? I did figure it out. I just wish I figured it out when we were doing when I was on. And Amy wrote me a text saying, "Hey, if for some reason you can't get back on, everybody understands, but that was awesome. I needed a laugh." Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. And then Kurt sent me a message too, saying, "Pretty sure Amy was the feedback issue. You were no issues with text interview with Papa Carnivore later." That's funny. Ah, okay. Let me add you to the scene, Lewis. Hello, Lewis.
Hello,
Can you hear
everybody.
me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Sounds good.
Yeah, I had it set for default, and I just had to put it on a different setting. So
Okay.
I
You'll
figure I'd
figure
put
it
that
out.
in. Yeah. Well, hopefully I did.
I will say well, I mean, it'd be nice if you could figure it out without ending. You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
the
that
the
was
the,
definitely
the
problematic.
camera is very very good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, you could see my all my faults and everything, you know. So, so you went tanning?
I'm in the backyard. What am I doing? Tanning. Just
Well,
enjoying the sun.
this is how bad I am. I just tried drinking this with the cap on. I don't think it's going to get into my mouth
And
too
I
powerful.
have to get another drink. Mine's empty. Well, I have my water. That's okay. Oh
So, okay, I'm going to ask you your opinion
God.
on something, and I already have my opinion on it. I'm just asking your opinion on it.
Hmm.
I ordered to give myself a treat during the lion diet since I was trying to get off coffee, so I ordered myself some Topo Chico.
Okay.
Okay, and I ordered a case, and it was like 12 to a case. All right. Well, they
Okay.
didn't have two. I ordered two cases. They didn't have two cases, so they gave me this instead,
Oh, do you know
which
what
is
that
very
is?
nice. It's very good. It's delicious. Problem is that comes in 12, and this is only 6. And they only sent me one. They sent me one Topo Chico case, and they sent me a 6 pack in place of the 12 pack.
But you didn't pay for you paid for the products you got, right? Yeah.
Right. But
Okay.
when you think
Not
that,
that you would get 2 six-packs.
right.
Yeah. I don't know if they do math, these people.
Obviously, they need to go back to school and learn math. You're
Now
absolutely.
that sparkling water, the blue one, I think that's the one that we had at the meetup. That was
Is
on the
that
tables.
is the
Remember
Saratoga
the
the one
blue
we had to
bottles on
meet
the
up?
tables?
Oh, maybe. I
But
don't.
but those were in glass. That's probably plastic, which is fine.
Yeah, this is a plastic bottle. That is absolutely true. But it's still a pretty nice bottle. You know, I mean, you have to go with what you can afford, and sometimes you treat yourself. But
Yeah, how's everything sound now, guys? I don't hear any feedback. And Thomas has no headphones on. I think it sounds good. Oh, good question from the fellow grandma.
yes, I see it. For once, I actually caught a question. Um, I don't know what recommendations. Just just do them. Like start off slow and then keep on building up. I don't do them every day. Like pretty much the only
Hmm.
time I've done planks are the 2 times I put them on the video, really. And each time I'm able to do them more and more. So, but I think if you do them every day, I'm sure you could build up pretty quickly. Ah, Cranky Carnivore's with us. Look at that. Hey, John. Long time no see. And I mean that literally because I haven't seen you in a while.
Hmm. I haven't seen John since I left the SBG.
Yeah. I haven't left SVG and I still haven't really seen John too much. So,
Cool, Lexi.
well, you know what, Lexi? We'll hold on for 20 minutes so you can come on. At least I will. I mean, that's up to Lewis if he wants to, you know, if he has like some important papers to fill or something like that,
I have, I have to make sure I have to tan more before the sun goes away. I was taking a break.
Yeah,
It's amazing not having to wear sunscreen.
I know.
Does anybody else not wear sunscreen in the sun?
I've never really worn sunscreen, but
Hmm. Used to freaking lather that shit on.
now I just whenever I get the bison tail on my hands, I just rub it on my head, and hopefully I can grow hair. You know,
How are you enjoying that tallow? Is it good?
it's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see the difference really, to tell you the truth, but but I guess they're pretty close in species, so maybe that's why. You know,
I'm sure it tastes different, but it's
yeah,
good.
it's
It's good.
very subtle. I don't really taste anything. Maybe if I do a side by side comparison, maybe I'll taste it.
Hmm.
Like like make a steak with the beef
So
tallow,
you
make a
cross.
steak with the bison
I'll turn.
tallow.
I wear sunscreen, but I got melanoma, so there's that. Yeah. They say that I know someone who's a big proponent of being in the sun is Dr. Lisa Wiederman.
Right.
And they say that, the sun doesn't cause cancer. But yeah, it's a metabolic thing. Yep.
Yeah, I know she components to have it for the eyes, the sun, like
Hmm.
not to even wear
Yep.
sunglasses. Yeah.
I know this morning I left my house at like 5:30 a.m. And rode my bike down by the bay. Um and it goes like along the water by the bridges. And like the sun was rising. It was like really nice. It was like really, really nice. All that morning light. I have to really take a picture one day, but that means I have to stop riding my bike and I kind of want to, keep going. But I could pull over and take a picture one day.
Which with what she's saying, I have these for my glasses. These are my normal
Hmm.
glasses, and for far away. And the thing is, I don't wear them because they become dark.
Their
Their
transition.
transition, yeah. So
Oh,
Um, that's one of the reasons why I don't really wear them that often because I I'm trying not to have sunglasses when I'm outside. So, and they're not really used for a computer. They're more long distance. They're more for like if I'm driving. So, but I'll get my eyes rechecked and see if my eyes have improved since
and after I tan, I usually put on like I have a tallow based like moisturizer. I put that on my face. Pretty good. So what did you? I know I put in the chat. I don't know if you saw the question.
probably not.
The last hour. But then I
Oh,
went tanning, so I thought maybe you answered about what did you buy at Shoprite?
Oh, I did not see that question. Well, it's kind of funny. I might have.
It's
I'm
like
gonna have to go.
you filmed this whole journey, and what I really wanted to see was like a grocery haul. Those are the best videos. I love when
Yeah,
Laura
no.
Spath
You
does
know
those
what it
videos.
was? I
You could
put
have put them
I
all on
put
your
the
table, all the
camera.
steaks.
Well, I put the camera in a position because I didn't want anybody to see when I was recording a
Yeah,
video.
yeah. But like when you got home, you could have done it, and then you
Well,
could have
that's
edited it
true.
later.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
So what
right.
did you buy?
I just bought some bone-in. I forget what kind of steaks they were, but they're just bone-in, really fatty looking. It was like a 3-pack. It was
Okay.
about $30 for the 3-pack, and like $35, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought two of them because what happened was it's kind of funny. I actually used my EBT card, and I had about
Mm-hmm.
$115 on the EBT card.
Mm-hmm.
I walk halfway. I'm walking there and realize I forgot my EBT card. So since I was already pretty much over halfway
Right.
there, I
What
was
are you
like,
gonna
I'm
do?
not going back. Because if I go back, I'm taking the Uber because I'm not going.
Right.
So excuse me. Hold on one second. Um, I'm not going to go back. So I went to my bank account and had to do some switching around
Mm-hmm.
and into the other bank account. And because I only
Got
brought
it.
one card, so I had to make sure I had the money into that card
And that account.
in
Yeah.
that account exactly. So I was like, okay, I have about $60 that I can work with. So $60, $70.
I mean,
So
listen,
I
you don't
actually
want
had
to
about a
carry that
hundred,
much
but
stuff back anyway, but that
yeah.
sucks.
So I I did some configuration and figure out some extra money. And long story short, I still have $115 in the food budget. So
Hmm.
I'm probably going to go back and get some more stuff. But basically, I just got the three steak. I got three steaks, and then I got some shaved roast beef, which was pretty lean,
Hmm.
just for me to because I got there and I was a little hungry, so I got myself a water, and that was basically, and the shaved roast beef, and
Let me
you know,
see
like
what
from the salad
is
bar, basically. I just
when you gonna go back, because the new sale starts Sunday.
what's the
Probably
new
not until
stuff?
next week. I don't know yet. Let's see. So this is for me. So it might be a little bit different for you.
Right.
So they still have those bone-in New York strip steaks that we ate for
Okay.
$10 a pound. It's a $4 savings per pound. So that goes until Saturday. So tomorrow's the last day. Um, and remember they also had you said you were interested in looking at like the London broil was $3.99 a pound, and then the
Well, the only problem
hamburgers
with London broil though is it's with me
lean.
not eating butter, it's not
Yeah.
really that fatty, And yes,
Yeah,
I
well, you
can
can put
add
the
I can
tallow.
add the
Yeah.
tallow to it, but
All right. So next week, this is good. This is what's gonna be good for you. I don't know if it's a sale price though. They have the boneless chuck roast, the one that you would put like in the slow cooker
okay,
for $5.99 a pound, which is pretty good. And you can make a big batch of that and eat that for
right.
a few
You cut
meals.
it up pretty well and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Or you can
I
cut
mean,
it into
it's a lot of
steaks. Yep, you can cut it into steaks.
it's a lot of
And
fat. As long as it stays beefy.
they have a beef chuck short ribs, which are delicious for $8.99 a pound. But I don't think that's a sale. It might be regular price.
Well, one of
Yeah.
my problems is I have lousy knives. Like I just have the one knife that I use,
Hmm.
and I either need to get a sharpener to bring these knives. I have plenty of knives. They cut like
They're
crap.
dull.
Yeah, and so I either need to invest in a sharpener or
How far is the Stop and Shop? Can you walk to that, or is it only the
oh
ShopRite
no,
that you can walk to?
no, that I would have to take an Uber too. That's about 5 miles compared to the
Oh, okay.
2 miles that the Shoprite is.
So the Stop and Shop for me, and this might be worth taking the car. They have 80/20 ground beef for $2.99 a pound, which
Mm,
is Really good. I'm probably gonna get a few of those.
Yeah.
Um, but it's only a 3-day sale. It's today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Where's my camera?
Yeah,
See it, two
I
ninety
could look
nine.
into it. I mean, burger wise, I'm pretty much solved. I have the box of burgers that I
Mm-hmm.
get, burger patties from Walmart, so that I don't get charged extra for.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's, I just bought four boxes, so I have 6 boxes now.
And they also have their T-bone porterhouse steaks for 8.99 a pound, which is
That's
good
not
too.
bad. That's
Yeah,
not bad.
but again, it's only 3 days, so it's only through Sunday.
Yeah, but I think once I get the knives, then I can actually upgrade to a bigger roast and put them in the
Yeah.
freezer and stuff.
Oh, you mean like to process your own
Yeah,
roast? Yeah, yeah. That will help
yeah,
save money too.
yeah. And I can maybe start shopping to like Costco or something like that. Because I know
Yeah.
Costco. Well, the closest Sam's Club to me is about an hour away, so I don't know, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
Costco, I think, only does it if you're a business, if I'm not mistaken. Like it has to be a huge order, which I can do the huge order. I'm not a business, so
Yeah.
unless I start one, they call it Target Prime Rib Incorporated or something like that. And I guess there's no law that says you can't do that.
Can you see how many people are watching? I can't tell.
According to the thing, it's only 9 people now, but don't forget we went out and went back in again.
Yeah,
So
no, it's good.
yeah, but my sugars right now are at 97.
Great. How much insulin did you take today?
Um, 10 units.
Okay. You got the pharmacy got everything for you?
Oh yeah, and I took the Victoza too. The
That's
zero
fine.
point 0.6. I just didn't include it because.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
You have to, and I think this is what Kurt was like referring to is we need to just as you see your numbers staying at this level longer, that's when you can start lowering the
yeah,
insulin, stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah. Did you eat today?
not yet. No,
Yeah, I didn't eat it either yet.
no. I've been too excited about it today. So, Smoothie 42 is on. Hello, everybody.
Oh, nice. No, everyone say hello. This movie.
Yeah, I had some other people on too that I forget the name because it was on the other chat, but
Hmm.
and I guess they have a pretty good channel. I looked at it briefly, but I just forget the name all of a sudden.
Okay.
And Amy Haas was back, saying that we're back on.
It's amazing what the algorithm, how it brings people in.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree that I probably am. I probably am growing to a certain extent, and
Yeah.
you get into your own head. You know,
Teresa was cooking her break fast meal
yes.
or breakfast.
Well,
Yeah.
I've said that, and people look at me like I'm strange, but I'm like let's look at like we think like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, and I think they're right. I think it is the most important meal of the day, but we've lost touch of why. It's like you're breaking your fast. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you have to eat in the morning, and this
I
is you
know
have to have
people
it.
always ask me what I eat for breakfast, and I say, well, I break my fast with, and I fill in
Yeah,
the blank. I don't and of course I don't tell them it's not until 1 o'clock. They think it's in the morning, but it's not. Sandy hasn't eaten since yesterday. Killing it, Sandy. How many hours is that? We're going to a barbecue later. I usually like to eat by 4 and stop eating for the rest of the day, but today I will be eating a little bit later.
right.
So I'm going to eat before I go. So I'm gonna eat a little bit. I'm just moving all my meals a little bit later, and we'll see how my blood sugar is tomorrow morning.
Now,
So,
do you eat before you go, so then you don't eat so much at the barbecue? Is that your like plan of attack?
yeah, people they're very kind. Oh, we got you a steak. I don't know what they got me.
Right. You don't know
Like,
what's in it.
and is it like a half a pound of steak? Is it 5 pounds of steak? Obviously, it's not gonna be 5 pounds of steak. So like, I'm not gonna go ravenous. Does that make sense?
Right. You like
I'm not.
kind of like
Yeah.
I totally, and that's what I did actually. I mean, I think if I didn't do that, then I would have like
Hmm.
really indulged at my sister's house.
Yes.
You know, I
Yes.
actually had like 4 burger patties before I went. You know, with the butter, and I think I even had bacon and eggs that day, if I'm not mistaken. I know I had burger patties. I just don't remember what else I had. You know.
Like they just texted me and says, "Do you want me to salt your steak for you?" I said, "Sure." What salt they're using? No, no, it's not my salt. But whatever I want to say, you know.
You're lucky for me. I actually I couldn't. I had to get the pink Himalayan salt
Okay.
because I ran out of the salt that I ran out of salt that's in here.
Oh, so you filled it up.
So I filled it up with the with the pink salt, and
Yeah.
which is fine. But like I'm looking, I could not find Redmond's in ShopRite. You know,
No,
and it's like,
they don't sell it.
oh, I need some salt. You know,
I
because how
remember
am I
remember
supposed to
when
go out if I don't have my salt? You know?
I know. Yeah, I have to have it now. Remember Michelle bought those lipstick things,
Yeah,
lipstick holders, keychains? It
yeah.
worked good. It worked good.
Is it pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing?
It might be a little bit bigger, like a little bit not as
Well,
compact, but it worked.
if I remember
Same thing?
working at the convenience at the
She says the same thing. I didn't have yours to compare. She says it's the same thing.
yeah.
So
No,
she's betting money on it.
I remember lipstick being a little thicker, I think, than those little
Yeah.
tablets.
But it worked really good. It works really good.
Not
I
that
have
I
it on my
use
keychain
lipstick,
now.
but um, I used to work for a pharmacy that had like a cosmetic section. So I don't remember. You might know. Remember Thrift Drugs?
No.
No. Okay. Or Eckerd Drugs or Rite Aid? No.
I know Rite Aid.
um,
We used to have those.
Lewis, if they did a search and saw that Dr. Baker eats, it could be something huge. That's not really a question, but okay.
Yeah.
Feral Grandma's coming up with all the questions here.
Oh, so what Feral Grandma is saying is if the people that I'm going to their house today, if they did a search for Dr. Baker and saw the amount of meat he eats, they could have purchased me a very large steak.
Oh, okay.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't think they did that, but we'll see. I do post a lot of my meals online, so they probably have seen some things.
They probably, I mean, I think people are aware. They just,
I
I
checked my
have
keto.
people in my family all the time go to me and they're like, oh, you just eat meat? You don't eat anything? You know, it's like after like the 15th, 20th time, it's like, yes, I just eat meat. You know, like, what's there not to understand about that? You know?
I checked my ketones this morning, and
Okay.
typically ketones are at their lowest in the morning because that is when your body is making glucose, and that's when you have the dawn phenomenon. So when your glucose goes up, your ketones go down. My ketones were 2.7, which is great. Oh, good. I'm glad Grandma's back.
Yeah.
Oh,
And hopefully they figured out what was going on with him and he's back, not going back, I don't know, sound like a bad luck charm, but I just hope that they figured it out. You're muted, Lewis.
I'm sorry. Now Michelle is tanning, and I am in charge of
Oh, you're talking to
telling.
her. Okay.
I'm in charge. Yeah, I'm in charge of telling her when to rotate.
Okay.
Suffice to say, I'm doing a poor job at that.
I just realized, weren't we supposed to do my ketone checks when I was at yours?
I know, and I had it with me in my bag. We didn't do it.
Yeah. We had too much fun. That's why we didn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't even check mine during the trip.
And I'm not really that concerned about my ketones. I mean, I figure that they must be okay. Everything else seems to be okay. So,
Well, I mean, it's usually opposite of glucose. So you're probably making more ketones right now than you are when your blood sugar is at 140.
right.
They work in opposites.
Yeah. So, Kitchen Witch is here. She was just in the parade. I think she said in a parade. She could have meant at a parade, but
Oh, she must have been walking in the 4th of July parade. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's nice.
When I used to be in the band, I used to have to march in the parade all the time, which was annoying.
Oh, Grandma, if you
Especially when
ever,
you're in the front row, because being a trombone player in the parade, you have to be in the
oh
front
my God,
because I guess they're afraid that we're going to like take our slide and poke people in the butt.
knock everyone down.
Yeah. Like,
Oh, Grandma, checking your ketones is just like checking your blood sugar. It's very simple
yeah.
with a drop of blood.
Well, there's two ways to checking your ketones. I prefer the blood way.
Yeah, well, the meter is probably a blood weight. I think
Yeah.
if you had the P strips, you wouldn't be calling it a meter.
No. And it's funny too. Like just a little story. Like when I first learned how to play a trombone, I was a lot shorter,
Mm.
and I used to like there's a seventh position where it's all the way to the end, and I'd be able to get to that spot, but I used to have to kick it up with my feet. That's the only way I could get it to go back.
Do they make different size trombones? I guess they must make ones for kids.
They probably do. But I had the same trombone for years. I lost it in a flood, unfortunately. Hello, Papa Carnivore. How you doing?
Hey,
And just to show goodwill, I'm going to put my thing in the chat again.
yeah, I'm gonna go back into the sun a little bit before it goes away, and then we have to get ready to go to the barbecue.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
I'll let you know what they make me.
Yes, as long as it's yeah. I think at least once today I'm going to cook one of my steaks that I bought. And Papa's not going to go. I'm sorry if that happened, but
It's all right. Don't worry about that. Everything will be everything in time. Don't worry about that.
yeah. At least he's here in the chats. That's all that matters.
Mhm.
FFs don't be butt hurt. Is that code? I'm not sure.
FFs, FFs. Don't be
FF.
butthurt.
And what is butt hurt?
Um,
I mean, my butt hurts when I sit too much, but
yeah. It's when someone is Urban Dictionary it. It's Michelle, how would you describe what butthurt means? When someone hurts your feelings and then you're acting weird about it, if and then your butt hurt. Yeah.
we do love you, Papa Carnivore.
Hmm. Yeah, you guys were really good today on kilts after I logged off.
I actually didn't see kilts. I overslept, which I
Mm.
keep on doing.
Yeah, I jumped on because they had no one, and
Oh,
then
I guess I should
Lexi
see the
joined. I jumped
replay.
off.
You saved the day again?
Well, no, I didn't. I never joined before. Papa joined last time,
Yeah, I know. I'm just
and then
joking.
Mitch joined. Actually, Mitch saved the day last time. Remember Mitch?
Well, the last time I joined in on one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the
Yes,
same one that
and
Mitch did.
you just pop in. I talked a little bit, and then once Lexi was joining, I logged off, let everyone else talk, and then they had a nice group of people talking.
Wait, Lexi was on today?
This morning, yeah, she came on. She did
Oh,
really
I
good.
definitely have to see if Lexi was on it.
Yep. So I was on, then Lexi came on, then
Oh,
Papa
God.
Carnivore came on, then Rick came on. All
I
three
missed
of
all the
them are
good
on.
ones. I missed.
Yeah, it was a good morning.
I must be put in like cryogenics or something like that, and then woken up. You know.
I know. Usually you wake up for it.
Yeah. Well, the new computer never. Like, usually, I'll be honest with you. The old computer, I had it already set. Like, like how you have they have the panels, and I just
Mm-hmm.
have it opened up, and it just stays open. And then I either hear Ali or Doctor Kilt start talking, and
Oh
that's what
wow.
wakes me up in the morning. Well, it didn't happen this time, so yeah. So yeah. But yeah.
I know Lexi said she was gonna try to jump on.
Yeah. I know. That's why I'm waiting for the 20 minutes, waiting for Lexi.
I'm going back to see how long ago. It was 25 minutes ago. So if she's listening, you're late.
Yes, that's fine.
Yes, Kills did talk about you because
Did he?
we mentioned you, and then he said, "Where's Thomas? Why isn't Thomas on?"
Thomas was asleep. That's where Thomas is. That could be your answer every time now. It'd be like, he's probably asleep. No, I mean, truly, Papa Garnvor, I'm definitely a fan of yours. We were such a
Thomas,
battle.
by your house, do they do a lot of fireworks? Like, is it like gonna be explosions all night, like a war?
Yeah, they probably will. I'm never really that enthused by fireworks, to tell you the truth. I never was. I mean, all it is loud noise to me. Even when I was a
Right.
kid, I the only time I ever saw fireworks that were fascinating was at Disney World. That's the only time I ever saw like oh my god, there's pictures here, and it wasn't like overly loud, at least not as loud as you would think. But yeah, I mean, but people in the homes and stuff like that, they're always shooting fireworks too. It's like
Yeah, it's like World War III outside my house. It's
yeah.
crazy, and the cats don't like it. They hide. It's
Oh,
very
of course
sad.
not. They're probably like super skittish right
It's a
now.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. Not bad for the cats outside.
Did I read comics? Yeah, no. I mean, I was always into that kind of like artwork and stuff like that, but I never. I mean, I've maybe read a few comics,
Hmm.
but not overly.
1 minute. 1 minute. Yep. I mean, till 2 o'clock.
I mean, I actually was wanted to become a comic book artist, but that was just because I like cartoons and I like to
In the
draw
drawer.
something,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, good. Sandy has forgiven.
I just hope Papa Garvor forgives me for.
No, that's Thomas. There's no reason you don't have to apologize for how you feel. Don't worry about that.
Well,
You
I'm
did the
feeling
right
much
thing.
better.
You shared how you feel, and everyone understands now, and I think
I
that's
guess
good.
which is a step in the right direction or step up.
Hmm. And I think if you come up with, I mean, the bullets I sent you are just like what we use for meetings. Obviously, this is not like a meeting, but a lot of the stuff can apply. But
Right.
you can make a really nice graphic with the different, and you can put it on the stage and share it every at the beginning of your live and just say,
Yeah, and
hey, just remember,
I'm gonna
you're
save
gonna
that,
see
and
people are
yeah,
gonna join as
I probably will do that.
yeah, as your
Um,
channel grows, you're gonna have new people that aren't gonna know the norms, right? Or the expectations for when you come on as a group. So it's good to
it's
always
true.
just kind of reiterate that.
It's true. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll figure out a way to do it and everything. But I think too. I think just setting different rules for different platforms is good. Like if I do the interviews, then it's just me and the interviewee. That's it.
That's
I'm not
different.
bringing
Yeah.
anybody else on. You know. And I think I did the fill in space because I know some people can't really fill in 2 hours. But I
Hmm.
think you know.
And listen, it can end before the 2 hours, if the conversation is finished. But then, like you said, the person has that time if they need it, because some stories are more, you know, or
Or more
longer.
out there, more
Yeah.
important. Yeah. We saw how Helen was. I mean, she went over the 2 hours.
So yeah, she has lots to say, Helen.
Yeah. Well, it's not even just that she has lots to say. She has so much energy that it's like it can't be contained. You know. And
Sorry, a helicopter went over.
and Erin, she's going to be on next. She's going to be on next week on
Yeah, what day
Thursday.
is that? Thursday?
Thursday. Yeah, because I had my doctor's appointment on Tuesday, so I didn't want to get them to bump into each other. It's like 3:45, and if I'm doing a 2 hour two
Hmm.
hour live, she wanted to come in at 2 my time. So I don't really want to do just an hour live. What part of the thing I like about it is giving people more time, you know, than the 1 hour. So I,
Um,
I had two choices: either to set it for another day, or to set it for that day and to
oh,
do a to be continued type thing, you
yeah,
know. And that
yeah,
just doesn't make any sense to me. So
yeah.
it was my
In
choice. It
the
was a choice, but just because it's a choice doesn't mean it's a good choice.
in the Dr. Berry book I sent you, there's
Yeah,
actually a
going against
page
labs.
on one page. I'll look to see the page number. It lists all the things that he recommends you get every time you get blood work.
Right.
Like to the point where you can just bring that page to the doctor and say,
Yeah.
"This is
So
what I want."
just go and print it out,
Yeah.
basically.
And then once you get the results, that's when the rest of the book comes in handy, because then you can,
Yeah.
just because something says high on the report doesn't mean it's necessarily
Which,
not good.
like I said before, I'm gonna probably do that. The problem is I've
Mhm.
already done it's already set the labs, so I can't change it right now.
The prescription, the order.
Right, the script's already been
Hmm.
done.
Oh,
And what
that's right,
makes it
because you
sad
go to
is
the
I don't go
lab.
to the same doctor every
Mm.
time. Every 3 months, it's a new doctor. So I have to kind of like, meet this doctor first. And then if I'm lucky enough to get them to put it into the script, then it will be for the next doctor. It's sort of
Yeah.
annoying. So I'm thinking I might be better off just actually going to LabCorp and just doing on any of these blood tests, doing it myself, paying whatever it costs. I can't see it costing any more than like $100, $200, but it might be worth it to.
Yeah, when we have insurance, I hate having to pay for that stuff.
Oh, so do I, but
You know.
sometimes it's just easier. But
Baker Baby's
and they
asking
might
about
still take
my.
the insurance even if it is on my own.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I mean, listen, and you're not gonna do it all the time. Pay for it all the
No,
time on your
no,
own,
it would just be
So
the one time and everything. And I was going to save up for the Syracuse trip, but since that's been postponed,
let me tell you, I almost bought those plane tickets. Imagine if I would have been so pissed if
I
I bought
know,
those plane
I know.
tickets.
Well, I didn't go that. Excuse
Mhm.
me.
Go ahead. Baker Baby, I'm on my iPad Air with an M2 chip on
Apologize.
it.
Um,
No, no problem.
no, that's just
Imagine
my
if you would have bought
my
the train
throat.
tickets. I don't know if they're returnable. I know the flights would have not been.
Well, usually train tickets are usually open ended. They're not usually
Mhm.
timed. So, like the train tickets I got, I was able to buy them, but there wasn't like a certain
Or it was
day
like
that I
it was
could
like
buy.
weeks in advance you can use
Yeah,
them.
I
I
could buy
remember,
months in
yeah.
advance if I wanted to.
No, but I think they said the ticket was good for a few weeks.
Well, that was
You had told
on
me a
the
date,
Long
the
Island Road.
railroad.
Yeah,
Right,
that was for
yeah.
the Long Island Road. For the New Jersey Transit, there was no date. It was just
Mhm.
like two here to here or two here to here. Like that
Yeah.
was basically it. Um, but
That's my
I
backyard.
actually requested off of work. I put the request in.
Oh, so that you can cancel. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I was able to cancel it, but it was still like I put the request in and everything, and
Yeah.
it was sort of a little. I'm not gonna lie, it's sort of a little. I even told Ollie, I'm like, it's a little disappointing because it was 1 week after my birthday. What a perfect birthday gift to give yourself than
I
to
know,
go
and I
look
can't
it
believe
up.
they don't even have a new date yet for it. There's
No,
nothing. It's
and
completely
and from
off
what I
of the schedule.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I'm understanding, it's because of, so one person can actually be there, which is a big person, but it just seems like you're changing everything for just one guy.
I missed the reason why it was postponed. But I also heard that there was another event happening in Syracuse at that time,
Maybe that was it.
and all the hotels were sold out. Everything was very expensive. So it actually is probably a better that they're moving it,
Oh, I
but
think it is. I think it's better, and I have more time to
yeah.
save. So I,
Yeah, that's true too.
you know, now I put money into it. I gave because I have the payment plan. So I
In
already put
there?
$100 into doing the coaching program.
Hmm.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I felt a little lost when I was there. Like it wasn't Alia's fault. She did not make me. It's just I have so much in my head right now that like I still have to go and do all that studying, do all that reading and everything like that. It's just
Yeah,
something I'm
it was a little uh unorganized, right?
yeah. I mean,
And that's
I,
why,
I I can't help but think that maybe I should like I can't help but have thought, think, thought, whatever you want to call it, like thought
yeah.
at that time that maybe I should wait until the next time because I
I
just
mean, the
think
good thing is that once you're in, you you're in it for life. So whatever the program becomes in the future, you still have access to it. So I think
yeah,
that's good.
yeah. And
And
I
that's
texted
why,
Ollie, I messaged Ollie about it, but she hasn't
uh-huh.
answered me. But it's probably because of the holiday she hasn't answered me
She's on
back.
vacation, yeah.
Yeah. So once she gets back, then she's probably gonna. And I told if it ends up like I don't do it, and I don't want to I don't want to lose the money completely. But
Mhm.
if we can either put it to the next time or whatever, I'd rather do that than to
But
lose
the
it altogether.
that's why on that during that first meeting, that's why I was like recapping what we had to do because like it was like all over the place that
Yeah.
meeting. I was like, hey, we have to go through these parts of the work of the modules and blah blah blah. So Oh right, Lexi's coming on. I mean, I think she's coming on. She says she's home. We got worried. We almost sent the search party. All right, I'm gonna drop off. But
Okay.
everyone have a really nice holiday. And now we can do the Lexi interview part two. I'll listen. I'm gonna listen. All right. So everyone have a nice day. Tom, I'll see you. I'll talk to you later. I'll send you a picture later of the steak they bought me.
Okay.
Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good.
Hopefully it's not too seasoned with stuff that you don't want. Yeah.
Oh no, Terry Sue, I forgot to tell her to rotate. She burnt on one side. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
just kidding.
funny.
Look, Terry Sue is looking out for you. Michelle says thank you. All right, guys. See you later.
All right.
I know how to get off now. This is how
And,
you do it.
and see you,
You
Michelle.
click the you click the waffle,
The waffle.
the menu pops up, you click your name, and then there's a button that says log out, and then it makes you go.
Bye bye. There we go. And pretty soon, hopefully Lexi will come on. Do 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 do. I'm going to put it back in the chat one more time. Happy birthday, USA, at the scene. And there she is, the infamous Lexi.
Yeah,
How we doing?
infamous. Good. I just got home from my sister's. I ate some bacon and a couple butter bites. I don't know if I made them correctly. I didn't look up a recipe or anything. And also, I don't know if I liked them. The
Then you didn't make them
texture
right because you should be loving them.
was something.
If you don't like them, then you didn't make
I
them right.
mean, maybe. I added vanilla extract and cinnamon to it. It didn't add much flavor. It just like frozen, like something.
Right.
I don't even know how to describe it. It was like frozen, but like I could chew through it and it melted in my mouth. but I didn't know how I felt about it. Like, yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna.
Hmm.
I have some frozen steak in the freezer, so I'm gonna take one out and put it in the air fryer, and add some beef tallow to it. Just I think I might. 'Cause I think especially with like my depression issues and everything, I think I need to add more fat. So I might put butter back into my, kind of go against the line diet a little bit and just add some butter to it. I've already gone against it with the coffee, so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Maybe you need
Yeah.
more fat. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah, and butter's really the only way. I don't want to waste the tallow, so I only use like a big scoop of it, and I don't want to like to get it to be done so quickly. So 'cause they're not cheap.
Speaking of tallow, yeah. Speaking of tallow, I'm making like 5 pounds worth of burgers today, the 7327 burgers, and I'm saving all of the tallow. And I'm
Oh,
so excited. Like, I mean, I've never done anything with the oil that comes from those burgers, so I mean, hopefully it's good. Am I supposed to eat it? Like, I'm probably just gonna melt it and drink it, but
what's funny
I
is
don't know.
somebody
What
was
does it
actually
taste
making
like?
someone was actually making a suggestion that I actually did, but I really didn't like it that much. Was to take the beef tallow that you have left over and let it hard, like let it cool off, and then take the broken, like the white, and actually put it with your burger, like you would do butter, and do it with the beef tallow. And I tried that, but it tasted very bland. I didn't really like it. It tastes like I was eating
Yeah.
tofu or something.
That,
And why would I want to eat tofu?
yeah, that's exactly how the butter bites were. Like they were so bland. Like felt like I was just
Well, did you
eating
use
nothing.
unsalted butter or salted butter?
So
Was your butter salted or unsalted?
unsalted.
So that could be it. You might have needed some salt in it to give it the flavor.
It was unsalted.
Yeah. I mean, somebody was saying in the
You think so? Maybe.
yesterday that
I
and I made the
prefer.
point like it's probably easier to go unsalted and salt it than it is to take away the salt if you feel it's too much salt. So
Yeah, exactly.
Terry Sue uses salted. I use
Yeah.
salted too. I mean, I never have any problem with salted butter, but I think I'm going to start putting butter back in. All right, so this is my
I
announcement. I'm going to do line diet, but with coffee and butter. Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, and then I'll wean
It's
it off
still
eventually.
all natural ingredients.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
once I
think
fix,
butter's the least of your worries for sure.
well, I mean, if it unless it does cause my going to the bathroom all the time, then that might, you know. I wish they had. I
Oh,
said this.
yeah,
I
I
said
didn't
this.
think about that.
I said this before, which is why I went off the butter in the first place with lactose. Um, I've said this before. I wish that how they have hot plates that you could put on the table and keeps the food like keeps your food hot, like a little bitty hot plate. Well, wouldn't it be cool if they had a little bitty cold plate that
Mm-hmm.
kept your butter from softening and just stayed hard?
What do you- that
So every
would
time you had a bite of
That's
steak,
so cool. That is a very good idea.
yeah. Like why they don't? I guess
Mm-hmm.
because you have to have the
That
hot
is
plate
so
would have to
cool.
have Freon and everything in it, and so I don't know. But I guess you could
Mm-hmm.
just do a little cooler and put it on your table next
I
to
mean,
you.
you should invent that.
I
That's
Maybe
true.
I'll look into it. I
But
tried
I
inventing
think you
this.
should invent that.
Yeah, I tried inventing
Mhm.
this one thing one time, and just the process is just so like ugh, you know. Um, but it was this thing that you put inside your sink, right? And it's like kind of like this that would actually catch all like when you shave, you put in your bathtub and everything like that. But it would like totally prevent hair from going. It would just go right to the drain and everything. And it, like there's a whole program on it and everything like that. But it just it was like $1,000 to do it, and you know, it was just more money than I had, so it just never really went. And then they sort of have it
Yeah.
already. It's just but it's just like this pad, this adhesive sticker
Mhm.
that you would just like fold up and just throw it away, and you wouldn't have to clean it off or anything like that. So
Oh, that's cool. Mhm. Yeah, because I've seen like the hair catchers before, but I've never seen like your idea where it's like the hair just sticks to it and like
right,
is that what you're saying? Like
yeah,
it's
kind of like a
like
sticky,
a
like
piece of like a piece. Mm. Mhm.
I mean, it was a long
That's
time ago that
cool.
I did it,
But
so I have to look at
inventing things is hard.
yeah. I mean, just coming up with ideas and stuff like
Mhm.
that is. Um, could you put bowl on coffee warmer? I probably could, but how would that keep the butter cold? Hence the word warmer, Sandy.
Mhm.
I mean, I think the butter.
You okay?
Yeah, I just have a really
That's
bad
you.
cough. That was a cough. Thank you though. I just have a really bad cough. I don't
Mhm.
know what like my throat is like tearing apart. I don't know what it is. Um, maybe I'm getting bronchitis, so I hope you don't get it. That was a joke.
Is it contagious through the computer? Is that what you're saying?
You're catching the computer virus. That's what they mean by computer virus.
Yeah.
Oh, she said I misunderstood. LOL. Yeah, I wasn't trying to
What are
warm the
people
butter. I
saying?
was trying to get it cold. I can warm the butter very easily. I just put it on the meat and it warms up. You know.
Mhm.
No cigars for me, Terry Sue. I
That's
really
why
wanted that
Terry said that's
cigar.
why we have Shark Tank.
Yeah, I gotta go. That is true. Usually, Shark Tank though only works like if you've already had the invention and you've used it for quite a while. Like they're not, you know, like you don't really go to them and say, "Hey, I have an
Yep. They
idea."
want to. They want to.
They want to see if it's working first before they invest. You know.
Yep. They want to see that you've made money.
Yeah, or at least have
Mm.
promised to make money.
Yeah, I've watched Shark Chat.
So I'm just gonna show off my A1C
Mhm.
again. 96. So that's good. So if anybody worried about my blood sugar, it's at
Nice.
96. So
Yeah. Did you?
Terry
That's
Sue, and
perfect.
this is up to you, Lexi. Do you
I
see the
wonder.
question that
Oh, I
Terry
just
Sue's
ate.
asking? Do you see the question that Terry Sue's asking you, Lexi?
Say it again.
Do you see the question Terry Sue is asking you?
Yeah. So Lexi, can I ask?
I won't put it on the thing, but you could answer it if you'd
Mhm.
like.
Sure. It says, Lexi, can I ask why you are living in a group home?
Right.
Um, I'm living in a group home because I have my disability is my schizoaffective disorder, schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, all that. It really does hinder my ability to do my daily living skills. Like, I know this is sharing a lot, but like showering, cleaning my room, brushing my teeth, like it's all like it's not like they do those things for me, obviously, but like they'll give me prompts to do it, or like I don't know how to even explain it, or like with my laundry, they'll help me with that, or like if I ask for help to clean my room because like I don't have the motivation to do it, then they'll help me with that. So yeah, it's helpful. I hope that made sense.
Yeah, no, it does. You know, it was very. Did just as I guess you missed our interview yesterday, or Wednesday. Is it already been 2 days since the interview? Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
it's Friday. Oh wait, is it Friday or Saturday?
it's Friday. Yeah,
I
today's
was like,
Friday. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it has been a
No,
couple
I'm
days.
just as confused, so don't worry about that. Yeah. I mean, I have to do a few things that I need to be like.
Also, just
Yes.
well, I think also the group home is helpful because I'm like surrounded by people, and I don't do well living alone. When I'm living alone, I completely isolate and I lose all my social skills, my psychotic symptoms get worse, and it's just a better living environment for me to live here. The goal, though, is for me to move out. I'd love to be independent. Um, and also, I don't like, I'm not gonna hopefully have this disability anymore. So, but for now, it's nice that I get to just focus on myself and heal and everything and not have to worry necessarily about bills. I mean, there's caveats to that where I just don't really have an income and I just can't really buy the things that I need or want.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, my phone plan is a government phone plan and I only get 1,000 minutes a month. And last month, I think yeah, last month I ran out of minutes within the first couple weeks of the month just because I was talking to more people and socializing more. But like, it just, yeah. So, but it's helpful. Hi, Papa Carver.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I personally like it when I'm alone, my own, in my apartment. But that's just because I like to have things my way and stuff like that. You know.
Hmm.
Hold on one second.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, I can't like people can't spend the night here. I can spend the night at other people's places, but like they need
Right.
to know where
There's
I
rules.
am, and like I can't just yeah, and like I can't. I mean, I'm sober, but like if I wanted to drink, I couldn't because like that's just not allowed. I mean, I'm glad, but yeah, it's like there's less freedom, but like there's more support. So it's like kind of have to weigh the benefits and costs.
So, yeah. But you do with what you have, and that's so. So who's I don't have my YouTube on. Who's at the top of the charts of the crowning? Do you know? Or does anybody
Oh,
know?
should I
Never
say?
mind. I'm not putting it all on Lexi. I mean, who's number one?
I
Because you get a prize to nothing.
don't know if I'll. Let's see. It says number one is John D. Art.
Oh, okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, you can't. Yep, you cut out for a second, or I cut out. I'm not sure, but my you can't. My can you hear me?
Sandy says she doesn't see crowns. So, is that anything like not
Hmm.
seeing dead people?
I don't see him on the. Uh, I don't see it on this streaming service, but I did see it on
Oh,
YouTube.
oh no, neither do I. You have to go on YouTube, but Sandy's not on the streaming service,
Mm,
so it really can't pertain to that. So maybe it's only on the laptop and not on the
mm-hmm.
phone.
Maybe.
You on laptop
Hmm.
or phone? Lexi, are you on laptop or phone?
Am I on the laptop or phone?
Yeah,
Laptop.
yeah. Okay, so and you see it. So
And
I'm
I'm
guessing,
having
yeah,
some.
Sandy's on the phone. So that's why, because it's probably the phone that you don't like. If I look on my phone, it probably won't show it. And let's test that out because I got my phone
Oh, excuse me.
right
Just
here.
burped.
See how that works out?
Hmm.
All right. So
I'm sorry if I'm sorry if I'm kind of glitchy right now. My computer is
That's not your
being
fault.
slow.
I got some comments for my being back on. Helen says, "Yay, you're back." Terry Girl says, "It's a Mitch glitch." And Terry Girl says, "LOL, hope you find out how you got muted." Okay. Let me go back on here. And now it's you and me. No crowds on the phone. Let's see. Now if you see them or not.
Really?
Yeah, you see the little blue,
Can't,
the sections that have blue on them?
can't really
Those
see
are
that.
crowns. You see them?
Nice. I can kind of see it, but it's a little like the light is kind of reflecting off
Well,
of your phone.
here's the list.
I can kind of see it, but it's a little like the light is kind of. Oh, I hear a.
Well, yeah, I have the.
I hear a playback.
See that
Okay,
flip?
I can see it
So
better.
yes, you are number 2.
No, it starts. I am.
Yep, Lexus Jones number 2, John Beatty number 1, and Meathead
I'm not
is
even
number 3.
commenting.
Sorry, Rick, you're number
Nice.
6. So yeah, it's okay. So I don't know, maybe, but I've seen crowns on my iPhone before. Yeah, I'm seeing them on this iPhone, so maybe it's not the phone. Maybe you're just unique, Sandy.
Oh, something I wanted to tell you, Tom,
Yes,
is that my mom was in. She was in the live during the interview. She just
I knew she was.
couldn't find like the. Yeah, she couldn't find the comments part to participate in the live chat. And it's not like my mom's dumb. She's not dumb at all. She was like searching all over the internet to figure out how to to find it. She was watching YouTube videos on what it might look like, and she couldn't find it. So I don't know if there was something with the video, maybe, I don't know, but she just couldn't comment.
Was she on
So
her phone
and
or
she was
on
really
the laptop?
disappointed.
Was she on the phone or a
I
laptop?
think she was on her phone. I think
Because
she
like
was on her phone, but
usually when I go
still,
on my
like,
phone, I have to I have to look at where the comments are and then like touch it, like touch screen,
hmm
and
and
then
I
it'll
think
open up all the
yeah,
chats, and that's when you can do it. So
hmm
maybe she just needed to push.
I think she did do that. I'm not sure. I can ask her again. I was gonna text her the link to this live, but I don't really know how to do that. So I'm gonna try really quick if that's okay.
Well, I
Let's
mean, I
see.
can, you know,
Sorry, Tom. I know I shouldn't be on my phone.
I could care less.
Okay. Okay. I sent it. Yay! I hope my mom joins. But yeah, I called her immediately after the interview and she was like, I tried so hard to comment. I know that would have made your day. And I was like, Mom, it's
Oh,
fine.
you should
But
seen
yeah,
how
she
you
said,
should seen how lit up I was when my niece actually made comments on my first live. I was like,
yeah.
oh my god! Of course, I didn't realize who the person was at first. I just recognized it with being Kelly
Oh,
Rose. So I was like, is that my
yeah.
niece? Like, no, it can't be.
hmm
Yeah, Mitch
Yeah,
definitely has
Alicia Jenkins.
crowns on his live. I was shocked when I started seeing crowns on my live, to be honest with you. Because I really thought there was only people that had a subscribing of 5,000 or more or something like that. And since I only have like about
hmm
370, I was like, oh, it can't be me, you know?
It could be the amount of views you need, like
Maybe,
total amount of views.
maybe.
hmm
Maybe I'm like increasing my view count.
hmm Yep.
And Tiny
That'd be
saying,
my guess. I don't have much.
I don't
What'd you
know.
say?
I don't know either. You know, I mean, you can only surmise basically. And Sandy remembers when my niece was
hmm
on. Yeah, I love my niece. She is sweet. She can be a little sarcastic though
Nice.
for her uncle's sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how my sister would probably be. Bless you.
Like I gave her like a thought I had. It was it's like a stupid thought, but it was like you ever hear the saying? And I can tell everybody, and you guys can think I'm stupid too. I don't care. But you know the saying like which came first, the chicken or the egg? You know that saying, right? Okay. So I
Mm.
was telling her how, well, let's think about this for a second. The saying goes the chicken or the egg. It never says the chicken egg. And since there's been eggs way before chickens even came around, dinosaur eggs and stuff like that, and we know the chickens come from the dinosaur, technically, to me, the egg came before the chicken. So, you know,
Hmm.
she was telling me, like, in the middle of, like, the holiday, she's like, Uncle Tom, you're so stupid. Like, you shouldn't say that, you know, being like, you know, and I'm just like, okay, you know, like,
Mhm.
you're being stupid for saying I'm stupid. So, you know, but, and I love her,
I
you know,
I think that's a cool idea.
I tell her all the time she's my favorite niece, but then again, she's my only niece, so you know that's really doesn't say
Hmm.
much. But you know, just like my nephew's my favorite
Yeah,
nephew. Like
I
I'm your
only
own.
have one. I only have one niece. I don't have any other nephews or nieces or anything. And she is almost 2 years old.
Oh,
I was watching her while I was at my sister's house, and she's so sweet and so cute. She
yeah,
keeps getting like sick though. She keeps getting sick and having like ear infections. So yeah, we don't really know what to do about that. But otherwise, she's perfect.
yeah, yeah. My niece is no longer 2. My niece is going to be 21 in a few days.
Nice. 7 years younger than me.
Yeah, she's and my
Mhm.
nephew just graduated high school, so they're older. They're not
Mhm.
young kids anymore. And
Nice.
we just got Keto Simple is in the chats. I'm guessing that's not your mom.
No.
No,
Let's
no,
see.
I know who
I got
Keto
a
Simple
text
is.
though. Let's see. Yeah, he was on. You went live yesterday, right?
Me, um, I'm so confused.
Or what? So
No,
I was in a
with you,
live
I was
and
live
that.
on Wednesday.
Okay, I think I was in Dr. Kilt's live this morning, and I think Keto Simple was there.
Yeah, I'm so
I don't
sorry I
know.
missed that. I feel so bad that I missed you on
You're right.
that. I have to watch the replay.
Okay.
I overslept. Got this brand new computer and it wouldn't wake me up. So
Mhm.
it looks like
My
Carrie put
mom's
up.
watching, by the way.
Oh, she is.
Mhm.
I
Hi,
just. It
mommy.
looks like Carrie put out a new video.
Oh, what's it about? Hello.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was reading. I'm sorry. um,
It's okay. I asked, what's the? Have you seen the video yet?
which oh no, I just got it on the announcement on my so
Oh, I see.
I'd be watching it
Gotcha.
right now, you know, and that's not really polite to do. And plus, I would have the volume down, so you know, what's the point if you're not hearing it, you know? So, um,
Right.
if I could start putting videos on here, then we could do it. We could watch it together, you know?
That'd be so cool. Kind of like the Zoom meetings in the
Yeah,
Healing Humanity group.
yeah. I don't know how they do that. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm sure there's a way you can do it, but I don't know. Well, I think Amy does that because it just fills in some of the, you know, like, hey, let's look at a topic and we can talk about it type thing.
Hmm. I think my mom's having trouble commenting again. Hold on. Aw. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, where'd you go? There you are.
Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose, and I didn't think anybody would want to see me blowing my nose.
Oh.
Yeah. And I didn't want to have the sound on because I didn't want this to be another Mooch event that happened at one time. No, you weren't there because it was private. It was a private community thing. I actually covered my camera with my thumb, and so I was covered up, but I forgot to mute myself, and so I blew my nose and like Tom right
No.
in the middle of the chat. So anybody that was there probably remembers it. And I'm sure Sandy remembers it.
Oh wow.
So I have to make sure I'm muted and this one I tried putting my thumb over, but that's it's no longer like the other one. The other one I could just cover up the whole camera. And this one I actually have to turn the camera off. So things you learn when you have something new.
I've been up.
I'd show you what my computer looks like, but it's a lot smaller now than the other. Can you hear me?
That's okay. I've been up since I hear you. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. and it's starting to hit me.
This was actually the computer I used the whole time. That was my laptop.
Ooh.
That's where all my lives were done.
Nice.
But the thing's about 25, 30 years old, so believe it or not. So I think computers have a certain lifespan.
Oh wow. How is it still working?
Miracle of carnivore. I just kept on feeding it steaks. Sandy, you've been up since 4 a.m. Wow.
Dang. She woke up 30 minutes before me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to start my new schedule where I work from 6 a.m.
Yeah, I noticed. Till 10 a.m.?
Yeah. Oh, God, can you imagine 6 a.m. to 10 p.m.? Holy.
Oh, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Talk about the overtime,
Mm-hmm. You'd make good money.
I would. I'd have to get rid of my disability and everything because they would be like, okay, well, if you can work that many hours, then, But you gotta be a little careful because I just checked my pay stubs and ended up like 1 week I got paid a little bit more because they paid me for the holiday. So it's like, okay, I can only make so much money and you're making where I'm going over that limit, so maybe not have me working on a holiday might be a good idea.
That's sad that we have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't, to tell you the truth, I don't think physically I'm ready to work any more than what I work. Eventually I'll get better and better, but it's a slow process.
Right.
I'm still pretty proud that
Yep,
I
that's how I
walked
feel
as
too.
far as I walked.
Good job. Good for you.
Thank you. And I walked in the middle of traffic and didn't have to stop in the middle of the cars coming. I was able to,
Nice.
Yeah. Well, of course I learned how to read red lights and green lights, when I was a kid, red light, green light.
Right. Yeah, for me, I know, just from hearing your guys' stories, it gives me so much hope knowing that I will keep getting better and better, and eventually I will be able to live independently. I've wanted that for so long, but it's I keep going in and out of the system, more I was living in a public housing apartment for 4 years, and then I was out of the system living in an apartment with a roommate, but very quickly I ended up having to go back into the system just because I couldn't handle it. And so I'm hoping the next time I move out, that I'm successful at it.
Yeah, I think it's trial and error, basically. This whole thing, like, like just even with my channel and everything like that,
Mm.
I think it's just trial and error, and I did my venting, and I hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings too much, but
Mm.
you know, but because I had a great
Yeah, I'm
interview
really.
with you on Wednesday. I think you were top notch. I just think that I just need to fix
Oh.
the just a little bit, you know. And
Mm.
Erin's going to have pretty hard shoes to fill. But she's going to be on. I actually got her to come on for the 10th, so she's going to be the next guest.
Okay.
You know,
That's so exciting.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And it's a good
Mm.
thing that I have the 2 hours of time because she brings all her kids in. You're going to need at least a half an hour for each kid, so it's gonna. I'm making a joke there,
Mm.
Erin. They're always welcome.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Yeah. Lexi is
That's what I love
young.
about this community.
You're young and fresh, Lexi.
Thank you.
I'm
I
trying,
love
I'm,
this
I'm
community
trying
because you
to think
guys
what
are.
that reminds me, like what that makes me think of, but I can't think of a good.
Mhm. No, you guys are so supportive. I really appreciate it.
Hugh Simple says I'm like 11. Ha ha. Okay, 11 years old because you do not look like you're 11 years old. I've seen you before, Dustin. You do not look like you're 11
I'm.
years. I don't even look like I'm 11 years old. I'm told I'm young all the time.
I
Now, Alia, maybe. Yeah, I'm just joking, Alia.
people people always think that I'm people always think that I'm younger than I am, but I think it's my youthful spirit. Honestly, like if you saw me in person, I don't think you would think I was 20 years old. But because like somebody said I looked 20, and I was like, I don't know. But I just have a lot of energy, and like I'm very bubbly and giggly. I think that just makes me seem younger. You know, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true, doesn't it? Erin does look like she's 18. Like she looks like she looks just as young as her older kids. Sandy says you're adorable.
Oh, and
My
yes,
mom used to
babe,
tell
be
my nieces
yourself.
that. My mom used to tell her grandkids that they're adorable. They'd be like, "Grandma,
They're
are we
what?
cute?" She like for adorable, she would substitute a gerbil. She'd be like, "You guys are a gerbil."
That's cute.
You think the humidity is what helps with the complexion? Then I should like be valuing the humidity here.
Yeah, I was on Dr. Kiltz this morning. Since I was up at 4:30 a.m., I was able to get the notification for Dr. Kiltz's live. It was so much fun. He asked a lot of questions that I was not prepared for, but I did my best. But it was fun.
So just kind of going back into the chats and stuff like that. Just
Hmm. You're good.
yeah, I know I make this joke, but I really definitely need a moderator. I need somebody that is willing to. But I just, what it is. I just want somebody that's going to respect it. It's like like I don't want somebody to take over. I just want somebody to help me with the chats.
Yeah.
you know. perhaps someday, or I'll just become the, oh, he never reads the chat, so what's the point of putting the QQQ, because he never gets to it anyway.
Yeah.
Which I
I
want
think you do a
I
good
want you
job,
to ask
though.
the questions. Come on, ask the questions. I mean, what's the point of having a live Q&A if you don't have the Q&A?
Mm-hmm.
Peter doesn't want to grow up. Neither do I. I'm a Toys R
I
Us
saw
kid.
that.
I'm a Toys
You're
R Us
so
kid. If
funny.
anybody remembers Toys R Us, I'm a Toys R Us kid. That's true. Okay.
Oh,
Joy
Joy.
is asking if you have a boyfriend.
I
That's
don't. I'm not. I'm not dating right now. It's kind of. I tried to date for a little bit, but it's kind of hard to date when you live in a group home and you don't have a job. You kind of get a lot of judgment, I think. And I also just don't think I'm in the best mental state to date. Like, I need to find myself more and grow up a little more and mature, I guess. So, yeah, I'm single.
okay. So Bo says that he's asking because he just wants to see if the guy's or he or whatever is supports your life. You know.
Hmm.
So he says, never mind then. And welcome, Bo. Welcome to the show. So
But the everyone else in my life is supportive, though.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Hmm.
I think if they weren't supportive, I don't think they'd be worth being in your life, to tell you the truth. You know.
Yep, exactly.
I think that's some people you can't get rid of, but oh, that's how I do it. Oh, look at that! I'm trying to figure out new things with my camera,
Which
like zoom. I don't know if you see me zooming in and out, but make it
mm-mm.
bigger, make it
I was
smaller,
looking at my
make
phone.
it bigger, make it smaller. I don't think, do you see me doing that or no?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay. I was hoping that people would see it and then become like really like, oh my god, stop it! They get really big and let's see if I can do it now. Whoa!
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun with this. Okay,
You're fine.
so Bo asks
I'm just
another
reading.
question. Some of the interviews done seem remarkably healing taking place. Can we believe these stories? I'm 4 weeks in and still in pain. Not this 2 days and healed stuff. I always hear makes me sad. Okay, Bo. All right. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's wrong, but I was diabetic. I've been diabetic for over 20 years now, and that is after 40. That's pretty much 40 years of eating the wrong diet and everything like that. You did all that. If you're in the same situation, pretty much we all have done that damage to ourselves throughout. So you got to realize that you're not going to heal overnight. These things are not going to happen like instantaneous. You got to look at the small changes. You got to look at the small things, the small triumphs, because the bigger ones will come. It's like a puzzle or like a brick wall. And right now you're just taking the bricks and you're just putting them out. It's one brick at a time. And you have to and eventually you will build that wall. But you got to be patient. I've been carnivore for 6 months and I still got a lot. I mean, I think everybody on this channel can attest that I still have a lot more things that I have to heal. but I've healed a lot of stuff already. My A1C is down. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're fine. You keep on.
I'll add to
As soon as you
that.
talk, you freeze for a second. It's like,
Oh, so I'll add to that when I started medical keto last year in July, it took like 3 or 4 months before my symptoms of my psychosis started getting better. Now, this time with carnivore, it only took a few days, but I think I also had that metabolic flexibility still, because it had only been March through June 9th that I really wasn't sticking to medical keto or carnivore. And yeah, day 3 I did get benefits, but like I said, I don't know. I think my body was more healed at that point. It was healed enough for me to kind of bounce back.
and and I realized, Bo, that it's frustrating. I know when I first started, I'd hear people all the time like, "Oh, my A1C was 13 point something, and I now have it down to 5.1, and it only took me like 3 weeks to have that happen." And you get frustrated, especially if you're like trying to get your A1C down. You're like, why is it not going down for me? I'm doing everything that I'm being told to do. I'm increasing my fat. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, and it's just you got to be like Dr. Berry says, vitamin P. You got to be patient, and it's hard. It really is. And just don't listen to just the story. Don't listen to all. Don't listen to listen to everybody, but also keep in mind that it's not going to. Okay, I have to put this on screen because it's good that Feral Grandma's letting me know this. Hold on. Thank you for letting me know that. I thought they were going to come back. I really believed it. And now I'm a little disappointed, and I might give up because of that reason. No, I'm just joking. So, yeah, just be patient, Bo. You're going to get it. Listen to the stories, but not every mine's still it's a journey, and I'm still on it, and I'm going to be on it. Even 1 year from now, I'm going to still be on the journey. Things are getting better every time. Recognize the parts that are getting better. Don't look at just the parts that you're looking to get better. And but it's going to be on and off. It's going to be on and off. And again, welcome to the channel. And it showed you said something about the chat went away. But it looked like you said you've been watching. Yep. Okay, here it is. I hate scrolling. I wish it would just be mentally like into my head. Okay, so I love been watching Dave Mack interview, but dang it, it makes me sad. Makes me sad. They all are having this healing fast for some people. And again, that's true, but you're not them, and you're healing first.
It could.
I'm sorry.
It could.
You're about to say?
You're good. Sorry, there's probably a delay. I think that's why.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, it could be that it could be that you need to change something, but yes, it could take a long time for you to get the benefits of carnivore.
Well, you know what I really
Like
I
everybody's
believe
saying, like
something.
everyone's different. If like in another, go ahead.
No, I'm just reading. Kitchen Witch Tanya says, "Glad you are here, Joe." Who the heck is Joe? Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out. Maybe they'll come on here. The only Joe I know is Josephine, but I didn't see her in there.
I think she meant Bo.
Oh, Bo Joe. Okay, that makes sense. And just keep on trying your best, Bo. Just keep on trying your best. But I'll be honest with you, Bo. 4 weeks is nothing in most cases, and And
You
this
need
is my
at you need
this is
at
my
least
theory. I mean, this is my theory on the weight loss. Okay, my mom had the same issue. She wasn't losing any weight, but she was a very sick person. And I kind of agree with Dr. Kiltz that, like the fat, could be actually used to help heal you, believe it or not. So you might not be losing weight because you might have some healing to do. And Lexi disappeared. She's sneezing.
my mom just my mom just texted me telling me not to vape on camera.
Oh, I never even realized you vape. um, Shows how much I'm paying attention. You're like right in front of me, and I didn't even realize it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. So, I mean, I think that a lot of times we don't lose the weight as quickly as we want to because there's something else being healed, And I think then once that particular issue is healed, then weight will come off. So I think that that's why we kind of need the fat in our body. It's a healing process.
For sure.
Tom, a friend had a knee level amputation after losing a car versus motorcycle fight. Yeah. And no problem. And you're welcome back anytime, Bo. No, no, I don't consider Bo to be like a troll or anything like that because it sounds like Bo is just someone that is doing this for the first time. I mean, I understand the first time frustrations. We all have it. It's like you do this diet thinking that you're going to be cured, and then like the realization hits in, like, wait, I'm not being cured the way I want it to be in such a short time, and it's disappointing. It really
Mhm.
is, because you have your expectations, but once you realize that, hey, healing comes within, um, you're not so much you're not so disappointed. Like, I know I have a lot more healing to do. I think I proved that with how I reacted with just on my lives and everything, you know. But I don't regret the video I made or anything like that. I just,
Mhm.
you know,
You shouldn't.
and Bo, you got to recognize how this is helping you, and wait a little while. Keep my. I always say you're in 4 weeks right now. You're 1 month in, okay, and they say to that try it for at least a month. I don't think that that's really true. I think you should try for at least 3 months. Okay, I think 90 days is a better marker of
Mhm.
whether or not you're going to see anything. Now, you probably are having some benefits that are happening to you right now that you just don't recognize. You probably don't see them, but they're probably there. All right. My suggestion to you is give it a couple more months at least. All right. Do super strict
Mhm.
diet. I would actually, if you're having that, like even going lion diet for 3 months would actually be beneficial, or BBB and E, like either one of them. But be super strict, and then see how you feel in 3 months. If you still feel that there's nothing happening for you, then you make your decision then. You know, but that's my recommendation. That's my that's what I wish I did. Um, which is why I'm going semi lion now. I mean, the only reason I put coffee back in is because I fell asleep at work. Like, I just don't want to do that again. So, um, but eventually I probably will take coffee out. You know, and I'll probably do it when I'm not on a weekend. Like during the days I'm not working.
I see.
That's good to hear. Um, Thank you. Oh my God, Bo, I relate to you so much when it comes to cheese. My mom used to call me My mom used to call me Rat Boy because I love cheese so much. No, she didn't actually call me Rat Boy, but that would be
Wow.
funny if she did. Um,
Oh,
you getting the reference now? um, yeah, she my grandparents my grandparents actually to accommodate me. They used to buy cheese all the time just to make sure that there was always cheese in the house for me.
wow.
So Sandy, feral grandma saying that I am Sandy. He's awesome and the best source of bad jokes ever. So I'm guessing she's talking about me. Thank you, Wendy. I take pride in my bad jokes. I work very hard on them. Yeah. I would actually take it up a notch, Bo, and maybe try for another month, but this time get rid of the cheese, get rid of the dairy.
Yeah, the dairy could be slowing down your progress too. Like,
Of the
did
weight
he
loss.
say he experiences pain?
I didn't see that. I didn't see anything about pain in there, but I'd have to scroll up and that would only take me about like 5 hours to do. So um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
let me start doing that.
Yeah.
See,
I mm, I think dairy can be like a huge culprit for a lot of problems.
yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, no matter what your issues are, I think that getting rid of the dairy, at least for a month, would be a good test to see if that's your problem at first. Um, oh, Sandy said that she was talking about a friend of hers. Okay. You it sounded just like me, Sandy. So you know. And Tanya's saying that she's a rat girl. Can you imagine that being a superhero costume? Rat Man and Rat Girl.
Oh my gosh, that'd be interesting.
Da-da-da-da-da. All right, I made this carnivore pizza. It was basically all cheese, so good, LOL. But made my exi. Okay, well there you go. If that's not proof, I don't know what is. You make this big thing with cheese in it, and then your eczema flares up. I mean, I'm thinking the cheese might be the problem. Cheese or dairy. Get off the dairy and um, I don't. I just got a thing on Google Chrome live Q&A. It's not on here, but it's like a little thing, like a little message thing on Google Chrome saying live Q&A. Elaine Allen posted an update. I am new here, although I have an Healing Humanity Life. Oh, is Healing Humanity Life doing a live right now?
Hmm.
Oh, let me check my phone. Let's go to the bat phone.
My mom wants me to talk more.
Oh, that's your voice. I'm sorry. I thought all of a sudden, like I put on Jen, and all of a sudden she started. I'm like, you talk right when I put it on. So I'm like, I didn't think like I'm not looking at you, so I hear your voice, but I'm looking at Jen, and I hear a voice. You know, so it was like perfect view, perfect timing. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
Okay. No, that's just a short. It's Jen walking, saying about uploading 60 pounds and thriving. No, I don't see anything about Homestead How. Let me look in their own thing. Yeah, no, I don't see anything. So I don't know what that message was all about. Weird. It's probably in my email or something, but I'll open it up later on. Yes, Thomas, read the comments. Yeah, I'm trying to read the comments. I can't keep up with them, Bacon Baby. And there was a
That's
DC
cool.
comic, Rat
I just
Boy,
read
lived
the.
in the sewers. Name was Patrick. Okay.
That's cool.
Now there's going to be a new Netflix movie.
Yeah, I'm super into like.
Did anybody ever watch on Netflix the DC? It's derived from DC, called Sweet Tooth, about young. I guess it's like about a young boy that's like part deer. Like he had like deer antlers and everything, and like there's other kids that have like they're like mixed with animal DNA, but it's like all young kids that had to grow
Mm,
up this way, and how they were like shunned in society and wanted to be hunted and all that.
I'm super into like the Marvel universe, and X-Men and all that stuff. I really want to see the movie Thunderbolts that just came out. Because I guess it's more about mental health, and I think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah,
yeah, all that stuff I love.
I'm a little embarrassed. I have Disney Plus, and I still have not seen the Captain America movie, and I still haven't
Oh,
finished
that.
watching Daredevil,
Hmm.
Born Again, and I have not yet seen the new Iron Man, Ironheart series that just came out.
Me
So I have a
neither.
lot of binge watching to do. I think I'm gonna have to take one whole day
Mhm.
off and just binge watch everything. Just
Honestly, honestly, I feel like a lot of the stuff Marvel has come out with isn't that good, and so I don't really want to watch those movies. I feel like it's not really the best writing. The main shows that I actually have liked since Endgame is Moon Knight, WandaVision, and Loki. Those are my favorite shows since Endgame in
yes.
Avengers. Mhm.
Well, I mean, I know there's a great big battle with the actors of Marvel and Disney, so I mean, things are going to change, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but I was always just Marvel and I like it all. So I have Max too, and I tried catching up with that, and it's just ever since I've done YouTube and everything like that, I just haven't been able to focus on. It's just a lot taken out. A lot of people don't realize how much time this takes up. You know,
Mhm.
um, and Bo, I can't really answer that question. I do think Cranky Carnivore is right. I think if you're not sure and it's all a matter of cost, I think Kilt's tribe is a good tribe to be in part of because it is free. So for that reason, I would suggest the Kilt's tribe. But I like both. I'm part both Healing Humanity and both part of SPG. And yes, I was lucky enough to have the kindness to get a deal with SPG, and I won my membership in the beginning from Healing Humanity. But yeah, I can't really say which would be better for you. I would, if you're not sure, I would do Kilts. If you're not sure if you want to spend the money, do Kilts. He's, you know, I mean, I do like SVG, but I have to admit SVG has grown quite a bit, and you sort of feel lost when you're in there. When you're in there, at least I do. So I just kind of like lay back and like listen and watch. But every once in a while, I'll put a comment in or a joke. But
That that's why I love the Healing Humanity group, honestly, because it's so much smaller. Like you really get to know each other, And I think that's how I met you, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I use either
and
Steak Escape
like,
or Dante. But yeah,
mhm. It's Yeah, I just love that group so much. Everybody's so supportive. I'm actually gonna do the Great Steak Escape one tonight.
yeah. If we're not
Zoom
still
meeting.
on here, that was a joke.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My mom keeps texting me. I was just thinking that Lewis
That is
actually
probably
that
true,
once
Lois.
the movie,
What was that?
yep, once the movie comes out, like that group is gonna blow up.
And I'm sure. I mean, like I'm sure with the right now Bella's doing that contest to win like $1,000 or something like that. So a lot of people are going to join because like, and she can actually do it because if she gets enough people joining, she can actually do a prize of that. But I think that might be why like if somebody said, "Hey, join my group for a chance to win $1,000," if you're really wanting, if you're really like needing money, then you might join like, oh, $30 a month, I can do that, to win, and like it's like playing the lottery. Like I could pay $1 to win the lottery, but then you realize that you already paid like about $10,000 just to win $1,000. It's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
that. You know.
I do gotta get going though, Tom. Okay.
Okay, no problem. It was good seeing you, and thank you, and thank you everybody
Yeah,
for.
it's good seeing you too.
All right.
All right. I always get lost. How do I get out of here?
I don't know. Actually, I can't find it even how to. I can't even find how to kick you out. To tell you the truth,
I'm stuck forever.
let me see if I can. All right, he said click on your name. No.
Click on my name. Okay.
3 little dots.
Oh, I found it. Okay.
Remove from scene. There we go. Bye. I can hear you, but I can't see you. Click the waffle. That's not very carnivore of you, Lewis. And I don't hear her voice anymore, so she's definitely out. I'm not sure. Hmm. I don't know. This whole thing is weird. All right. Well, I think I've been on here long enough. I'm hankering for a steak, and there's probably some Zoom calls that are coming on soon. So I'm going to get some fresh air, and I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end it fully with life, love, and heal. And for God's sakes, people, eat the meat.